Right then, here we are then, everybody. Welcome along. It is good to be here, and after a long, I think it was over 2 years, everybody, we are back for ERS. It has been an absolute eternity, but we are finally back, returning to one of the leagues where it all began here in the commentary, and I am very glad to be back. A few people already joining us in the stream chat, but for tonight, everybody, it is Miami, and it is the tier 3 race this afternoon for the 5th round of the season, about halfway through today then. And of course, yes, Miami racing around the Hard Rock Stadium today, here for qualifying with 14 drivers to kickstart the afternoon off, and then we have got the 50% race coming up after this in the chat. Bro sounds professional, says the guy in the chat. I appreciate it, thank you, mate. I'm obviously here to provide some good commentary for you. Just wait until you see me race. That could either be a really good thing or a really bad thing. Well, I'm wishing you good luck. We'll see how you can do, mate. But I appreciate you being in the chat today, showing up and showing some support. But I'm so glad to be back, everybody. It has been such a long time, and actually most of the drivers that are racing here today probably don't even remember me commentating here, but I do remember a few drivers. I think Ginger Ninja, I remember. Nat Northern, one of the originals. We've got Steve-O, we've got LT Boss as well. It's good to see some of these drivers back again. And where is he? Geordie as well. Geordie racing in the Aston Martin this season. And of course, Ronald, who I've heard is leading the World Championship, ladies and gentlemen, this season. He's doing a pretty good job. And hopefully he has, you know, he's got today in the bag as well. He was very close to not being able to attend tonight. But he, you know, things changed around and he managed to get here on time, which is good to see. And Ronald is here to defend his championship lead, everybody. In front of the drivers, we've got Komori over the line. He's set second place as Ronald, the championship leader. It's a 1:27.490, and he kickstarts the afternoon off well here in qualifying. It's Komori second place. Legend lines up in third then at this moment in time. And then, of course, Geordie himself in fourth with the 1:29 flat at the moment. And he's got a lot more time in him, so we'll see what he can do as we get into it. But like I mentioned, how good is it to be back? Hopefully you enjoy the commentary tonight, everybody. It's been such a while, and actually, in a minute, I will check how long ago it was since we commentated ERS. It was that long ago. I don't remember what the last race was or whatever. It was a long time ago, but we are back. We are back after a long while, and it is tier 3 tonight. I always remember in ERS, you know, jumping around tiers a little bit. You know, sometimes we commentated, I think on the Monday, it was on the Tuesday as well. I don't know, I think it was tier 3 I used to commentate sometimes. Yes, the RB over the line. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to pronounce that. I'll work it out in a minute. Pure Ace then over the line. That is a 1:27.180 and a lovely time today. It is a 10th quicker than Lieutenant Boss over the line. Is Lieutenant Boss second place for him right now. A lovely time from him, but a 10th slower than the qualifying leader right now of Pure Ace, everybody. Hopefully you're all having a good day in the chat then, everybody. We are live on both the Jack Crosty Comms Twitch and also, of course, the ERS YouTube channel. We are back for ERS, and of course a new commentator for you tonight. Not been here for a while, but there's a Haas car off on the exit, everybody, of the left-hander. Not entirely sure what car it was. Can't find him. Lieutenant Boss, was it? It was, yes. As he brings himself back onto the circuit in the Haas then. But second place right now, but he did seemingly make a bit of a mistake there. We didn't quite see what it was, but Pure Ace then, the fastest man on the grid right now, ladies and gentlemen. We have a short qualifying, like I mentioned, and then a 50% race coming up just after this. Who will take pole is the question. Over the line for Pure Ace then, on the hot lap once again. He's going to give it another shot this afternoon. What has he got in store for us today in the Ferrari? This man is currently leading this qualifying session, top of the table. Has he got anything in store for us? That is the question. Heading into the flying left-hander. His rears snap out on him just a little bit there, but he catches the car quite gracefully as he now heads into the left-hander, which runs really out wide. Bit of a weird corner this is then as it comes into the second straight, everybody. It is fastest first sector by 0.2 of a second for Pure Race in the Ferrari, and he is on for currently extending that provisional pole margin. This is looking extremely strong from Pure Race 2012 in the Ferrari, who's going to head round the final few corners. Then he's got the third straight coming up in a moment, everybody, here at the Miami Grand Prix circuit for the Formula One this afternoon. And Pure Race is going to head all the way down the back straight for the final straight of the evening. What will it be for him then in the Ferrari? It's a 1:27.180. A tenth separates him and Lieutenant Boss, but Pure Race finds 0.2 of a second in the first sector. He finds time in the second. Will it be any more in the final third then for the Ferrari? The fuel light is on. He's going to be light as a feather running up towards the line. He goes into the pit lane. I didn't notice that. That is such a shame, but Pure Race could have been on a faster lap there. He slowed down at the end, and the fuel mode just failed him just a little bit, didn't it? Ronald is on a flying lap and he's up by 0.4 of a second. Bearing in mind, 0.4 of a second, everybody, will allow him to be on pole position if he keeps this up then all the way towards the end of Sector 2. And it is looking very strong for Ronald right now, seeming to find time in the middle sector. What will it be then for the the first sector he finds time. The second sector, he's going to go to try and find even more in the McLaren then, up towards the long strip. It's the end of the second sector here, but it's 0.6 of a second found. Ronald in the McLaren then, just showing exactly why he's the championship leader. And at this moment in time, it's looking like it's going to be provisional pole for Ronald in the McLaren as he rounds off the final corner here in Miami, and he's going to give it an absolutely brilliant run to the line. This car is going to try and get him on pole. What can Ronald do? He crosses that line, and it's provisional pole for Ronald. It's a 1:26.853, and he sticks it at the top of the table. Then Ronald, P1, Pure Race then, second place at the minute, but championship leader leads qualifying today, everybody. Up at the front with 8 minutes to go. This is not over. This is not over yet. Ronald puts it on pole position, but there's Pure Race behind him, which we know has found time in the first sector previously, just couldn't get it across the line, everybody. Pure Race could equally be on pole position as well today. We'll have to see how that works out. Let's give it a good go then. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left of qualifying. And Pure Race on an out lap. He'll be going for a flying lap fairly soon. Lieutenant Boss 3. If anyone's in the chat, let me know how to pronounce this RB's name. I'm not entirely sure. Is it Stromberg? Stromberg? I'm going to say Stromberg for now. I'm not entirely sure how to say it. But if there's someone that can correct me, let me know. But Stromberg for now, that I'm going to call him. We've got... I don't even know how I'm going to say that either. I'll have a look in a minute. Nat Northern 6, Kamari 7, Legend 8, Stevo 9. We've got Chicanian in 10, ERS Racing League, which of course Geordie in 11, Ginger Ninja 12, Suzuka in 14, and Mercillo, is it Mercillo, I think, in 13th position. Everybody now, Suzuki gets dropped down to P14. Mercillo, I think we're going to call him Mercillo. I'm going to go Stromberg. Six minutes to go, everybody, of qualifying. Ronald currently up at the front and leading, doing a very good job at this minute in time, and looking like he wants to try and take pole position. Will it run in his favour today? That is the question. We will see about that, ladies and gentlemen. But still, a few minutes of qualifying to go. Do not count anybody else out. Looking like it might just rain here soon, actually. It's very dark over the track. Yes, Ronald does lead the championship in McLaren, 81 points to his name. It's Nat Northern second place in the championship at the moment then with 63. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the championship leader, of course, leading qualifying today. We've got the second place championship sitter down in 6th. We'll see if he can make his way up the order, but at the minute, down in 6th position. Five minutes remaining. Let's check for some laps, shall we then? We've got Pure Ace on a flying lap at the moment. Is he pushing it? I'm not entirely sure. As right now he has got the the medium ERS. He just slowed down. That'll be it for his lap right now. Lieutenant Boss not on a flying lap either. We've got Rick in P5 at this minute in time. Doesn't seem to be. I think he is on a flying lap actually. Here we go. The 30% battery, and it's 0.4 of a second up in the middle sector. Rick's on for a good one here in the Red Bull. What has he got in store for us today then, ladies and gentlemen? The Dutch driver here today is going to try and give it his best go over the line. Can it be pole? Can it be anywhere near pole? With 4 minutes to go, Rick in the Red Bull then up towards the line. Will he get any? Oh, it's second place then. Nearly 0.8 of a second improvement. Rick into P2. He's got 0.2 of a second to Ronald, everybody. But Rick beats Pure Ace on time. It's second place for him. That is a beautiful time then from the Red Bull. It is Pure Ace in third. He heads into the pit lane then. We've got Lieutenant Boss waiting on the outside of the track as we've got Stromberg in P5 currently finding time, I believe, in the first sector. He's going to head towards the end of the second sector soon, as of course he has to reach the line first, but he's battling a Red Bull at the minute. The Red Bull didn't get out of the way. If he was on a flying lap, he slowed him down massively here. Stromberg could be on a lap here. I'm not entirely sure if he is or not. He's going to head all the way down then towards the final few corners. In the RB, his teammate Steve-O in the pit lane in 6th. He's going to try and cross the line now with the fuel mode on. Will it be a good lap for him? He did get slowed down by the Red Bull. It's pole position for Stromberg, 1:26.8. I was not expecting that then. The RB whacks it on pole. How has that happened? Competition to Ronald here, and it's 0.03 of a second faster. It's Stromberg than Ronald, and the RB is set for pole position today, ladies and gentlemen. What a time. I was not expecting that, as you can tell. That is absolutely crazy stuff. Stromberg then on provisional pole. Ronald second place, Rick's in third, Pure Ace is in 4, Boss 5, it is 6 Steve-O, 7 Nat Northern, who's second in the championship today, coming into this round for the 5th round, and of course he's going to want to try and pick up some more points. Maybe he's just better with the consistency. Maybe his race pace is better than his quali pace. We'll have to find out then. As of course the race is just after this. 50% Grand Prix we have, but right now it is 2 minutes left of qualifying, and it is Nat Northern in 7th position. Fastest middle sector for the Kick Sauber with the DRS activated, still 20% battery as well, which is going to help him all the way towards the line into the final 2 corners then, everybody, in Miami. And Nat Northern is going to push his car to the line. It was a quick middle sector. The back end snaps out. He's got absolutely no fuel. Light as a feather over the line. It's going to be a nearly 5/10 improvement, but still 7th place for Nat Northern. No improvement, unfortunately. Legends attempt up in the first sector. Second sector here for him in a few moments' time. Chicanian then, he's in P10 with 70% battery all the way down. He's been through the first sector, not entirely sure if it was fast or not, but he's in P10 right now with his Alpine teammates in 9. They're very close to each other right now. Times, not so much, ladies and gentlemen, between them. About 0.5 of a second, half a second between the two Alpines. Can Chicanian find any time? The end of this second sector is coming up, and we will find that out in a few moments' time. Chicanian, a second faster. Currently running at a 1:27.9 then, ladies and gentlemen, if he can bring this lap home. So we'll get in a few positions if he can bring it home, but we'll see if he is able to do so. Yellow flags down the back straight. Chicanian over the line in the Alpine. It is 0.8 of a second faster. 1 place gain then on lap time here today. Nat Northern, he's dropped down to 7th place. He crosses the line in the pit lane now with the invalidated lap time. Unfortunately, Steve O is out there. He just improved by 1.1 seconds. He goes into 6th place, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald is in 2nd place, and this is the lap you want to watch then. The McLaren, the championship leader, beaten by Stromberg on time right now by 0.3 of a second as qualifying is complete. Stromberg finishes on provisional pole. He will not be able to help himself out if Ronald beats him to it. Here we go then. Completely defenseless from Stromberg. Ronald is going to have to try and give it his best shot because this is his only chance at pole position here in Miami. The McLaren is going to have to try and nail a good lap on the board here. He's got 45% battery to help him down the back straight, ladies and gentlemen. And Ronald is going to use every last ounce of it. He's going to head all the way down the straight. The final straight here in Miami, all the way down towards the Hard Rock Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2.5 improvement by Ronald. He's on for pole position right now. Will he be able to snatch it, though, into the final 2 corners? The McLaren, the leader of this championship in 5 rounds in, it's going to be Ronald up towards the line. Will it be pole position for him? Stromberg beat him to it. He's going to try and snatch it right back on qualifying. It's a 1:26.5. He improves by 0.3 of a second. Ronald on pole position, ladies and gentlemen, here in ERS. Pure Race, though, has found time. Will it be pole position for Pure Race? This is looking pretty good. What's it going to be for him, though? He runs it out wide, then all the way towards the line. This could be pole. This could be pole from Pure Race. It's a decent time. He crosses the line. He takes 2nd place with nearly 0.4 improvement from him there. P2 secured by Pure Race. It is Stromberg. P3, Rick 4, Boss 5, Stevo 6, Nat Northern 7, Kamari 8, Chicanian 9, Legend in 10 to round off the top 10. Jordi 11, Suzuka 12, Ginger Ninja 13, and Masilio in 14th. Wow, what a qualifying here in Miami. Next up is the 50% race. Here we go then, everybody. Finishing results here in ERS for the Tier 3, Round 5 in Miami. It's Ronald on pole position by 0.2 of a second to Pure Race. Stromberg 3, Rick 4, Lieutenant Boss 5, Stevo 6, Nat Northern 7 is Kamari in 8, Chicanian 9, and Legend in 10. It's Jordi 11, Suzuka 12, Ginger Ninja 13, and Masilio in 14. That is it for qualifying. Next up is the 50% Grand Prix. We'll be back in a few moments' time, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then, everybody. Formation lap begins here in Miami for a 50% long Grand Prix for ERS. We've got absolutely straight on with it this afternoon, and it's gonna be a great race. It really, really is. The championship leader Ronald takes pole position out in this stands with Pure Ace second place, and Stromberg lines up in third. This is set out to be an absolutely brilliant and thrilling start then, everybody, to the Miami Grand Prix. Who's going to win it is the lingering question. We'll just have to see. Let us know in the chat. If you're in the chat, let us know with a race prediction. Who do you think is going to win today? There we go then, everybody. The driver's heading round towards the final few corners here in Miami. Ronald is going to lead them up towards the line. He will be the man starting from the front. Pure Ace lines up in second place and joins him. He joins him down towards turn one. Who's going to win out in Miami? The temporary track set up here in the USA for ERS Racing League to give it a good go. Here he is then, Ronald to line up in P1. Will he line it up well? He does. Absolutely brilliant stuff there from Ronald. Pure Ace then up towards second place, lining up. Lining up on the grid then, it is Misilio over the line in 14. He lines up on the grid for my first race back in ERS for Tier 3 round 5. The lights build up to 5 then here in Miami. Let's get it on in Miami. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Lights out and away we go. It is Ronald off the line brilliantly. Pure Ace second place. Stromberg into 3. Here we go into turn 1 then. Who will lead? It's going to be Loza locking up from behind. Ronald still leads through the first corner. Pure Ace in second place. It is Rick all the way up to third place. Stromberg losing a position down to 4. Nat Northern in 5. Chicanium in 6 then, giving it a good go. And a battle here with a Ferrari of Kamari trying to get through, who drops back the order to 7th place. And Chicanium up to P6. Here comes the Ferrari again though, fighting back round the outside line. He won't let it go this easily. He does slip back behind the Alpine, but maybe it will be a move for him again later on. He took 1 place since the race start. The best place gainer right now, Misilio up 10 places. An absolutely brilliant race from the Aston Martin right now. So the same with Geordie as well. Geordie up 2 places since the first start. Lieutenant Boss is one man that hasn't had a good start. He's dropped down the order all the way to P14, ladies and gentlemen. Something badly's gone on with him there. Doesn't seem like much wing damage on him or anything. Maybe he just bogged down on the start, not entirely sure. But 29 laps to go, 28 after this one. Ronald leads, and he's got Pure Ace right up behind him. We've got a brilliant battle on our hands, everybody, today. Rick loses his rears as well, so he's now with the pack behind. It's going to be Ronald and Pure Ace that will pull away from the rest of the boys. As Ronald heads round then, Ronald heads up towards the line, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, leading this race through the first lap. He takes the fastest lap as well, and Pure Ace heads all the way towards the first corner with him. Ronald, fastest man on the track right now. Pure Ace still in the same place from where he started. Look at the back then, it's Misilio then, who unfortunately loses his rears. He goes into the barrier as he gained many places since the start, but now down to P14, back where he started, and he's back to square one. Is the Aston Martin. Lieutenant Boss down 8 places, but he is at 1 now. I think he was at the back of the grid, but he's of course gained a place there, so on the road back up to the top. Here comes Stromberg then on Rick. Will it be a move? The RB on the Red Bull. It's going to be a move up the inside line. The sister team cars going neck and neck. Will Stromberg make a move then, ladies and gentlemen, on Rick? He does do, and he's back into third place where he started. The top four have sorted themselves back out. They're back in the same places where they started. The rest of the drivers all a bit differently, but it is P5 to P9, all up places since the start, which is what we like to see. So I am very, very glad to see that, definitely. And so here comes Ronald then, all the way down into the final corner. The Ferrari of Pure Ace for the first time today sends it around the outside line, and that is going to be the first of many moves we'll see today. Contact made by the McLaren as well through the final corner as we head towards the line, with Pure Ace being your race leader, making a lovely dive up the inside line on ERS Ronald, and Pure Ace now leading this race here in Miami. Look at that. Behind that, Steve-O then. Oh, it's Chicanian who went round. My bad. Chicanian's gone round. He loses rears, tries to bring himself back on as he just spins the rears so many times before he gets on a straight line on the track. Here we go then, everybody. Lap 3 of 29. The race leaders changing around again as Ronald goes off the track then into the runoff. This is massive. The championship leader all the way off into the runoff then, ladies and gentlemen, here in Miami. He slots in behind the Ferrari, but what has happened there? Something massively has gone wrong. Is Ronald down to 5th position, the championship leader. He's going to lose a lot of points today. Pure Ace going to gain a lot. Nat Northern, his race pace is unmatched, isn't it? He's into P3. The qualifying wasn't so good from him, but today, I predicted it. Race pace is just going to be better, isn't it? It always is going to be. And he finds himself in 3rd place, ladies and gentlemen, up 4 places since the start. Nat Northern, this is why he's 2nd place in the championship. A lovely drive from him so far as he tries to keep himself on the track. The RB loses rears quite a lot there. The kickstart does make a bit of a gain on him, but it isn't enough right now to make any move on the 4th lap of 29. Still a long way to go here in Miami. Nat Northern up the inside with a brilliant move there on the RB up the inside line. He sends it to 2nd place. And this is exactly why he's P2 in the championship standings, ladies and gentlemen. So consistent with the driving, and he's up 5 places since the start. Now he's got 4.9 to gain on Pure Ace. Will he be able to do that is the question. I'm pretty sure he might just be able to with the amount of laps we've got left available to us then. Something's happened at the back here. Somebody loses a rear. It's Ronald again. Ronald, everybody, spins around 9th place. He went from 1 to 5 to 10. Ronald with the rear wing open. It's really not going his way today, is it? Ronald in 10th position right now. He needs to really, obviously, try and sort something out here on lap 5 of 29. Losing countless positions, and the championship really is at risk here. The leader of the championship, anyway, is definitely at risk. Suzuka in 11th position, possibly to make a move on Ronald here soon. Moves going up ahead then. Geordie makes a move up to 6th place. Geordie must be a bit quicker since the last time I saw him because he's doing pretty well here today. 6th place for him. He's got 5 positions in the Aston Martin and trying to keep himself up there as much as he can. It's going really well at this minute in time, but I know the commentator's curse is real. I really hope I don't put the curse on him today. As the yellow flag's around, Ronald's round again, everybody. Ronald in P11 spins the car once more and brings himself back on, but unfortunately, just not gone his way there, has it, at all? As Legend goes off now then, everybody, as Rick is going to make a move up the inside. He makes it into 7th place. Shinji Ninja as well, the 2 Red Bulls managed to get through past Legend as he made a crucial mistake here then on lap 6 of 29. I think there's a move here again, unless Geordie trying to make his way through past Steve-O. Here we go then, round the outside line for Geordie to make that move. He's done it. He's done it. What a move then. It's Geordie into 5. Lovely stuff, absolutely lovely stuff from Geordie. He really is driving the wheels off of that Aston Martin today. He's up 6 places since the start on lap 6. That's a position a lap. Wow. It's Komori in 4, Stromberg 3, Nat Northern 2, and Pure Ace 7 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 seconds ahead of the pack. A great race so far, though, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely is, with Pure Ace being the man who leads this race right now. Lap 7 of 29, and he's ahead by nearly 8 seconds from Stromberg in 2nd place. Nat Northern in 3rd. Will we get any moves then from the drivers up ahead? It's going to be Nat Northern in 3rd now, Stromberg 2. Nat Northern, by the way, with a brilliant, brilliant race so far. As somebody new in the ERS chat today, it's good to see you, mate. Welcome in, hello. Port Ferrari, hello. It's good to see you, mate. Komori doing pretty well in 4th place right now in that Ferrari. Oh, is that somebody, mate? I think somebody's losing position there. Stromberg loses race then. Here comes Nat Northern for P2. He's into 2nd place again. A lovely move there from the kick Sauber as he makes a move here today. Ronald then with the 1:30 lap, ladies and gentlemen, and he gets there. Behind that is Komori trying to make a move on Stromberg around the outside line. Isn't going to do so right now, but the battle's continuing on pretty well as he tries to go through. Komori into 3rd place, dropping Stromberg down. They are going side by side, everybody, into the final few corners until the back straight. Will it be Komori through? It will be. Brilliant move. First pit stop's coming in then for Stromberg and Steve-O. We'll have a look at the tyres then, shall we? They're on the medium compound right now, so lap 9 of 29. There's 20 laps to go, and they are on the medium compound of tyres to... We'll see what they can do then. We'll see what they can do. It'll be the hards for them now, of course. They should be able to run them till the very end. Great job from the pit stop boys then, as the drivers head out of the pit lane with both fast stops today, this game. And yes, lap 9 of 29. With the Pure Ace, 9.3 seconds ahead of the pack. Masilio with a 10-second time penalty, ladies and gentlemen, which is the first penalty actually of the afternoon, I believe, and that is very good. That is really, really good for this league. Really is, ladies and gents. The first penalty afternoon for Masilio, but 9 laps in, and it's the only one. I've seen a lot worse. That is great. Absolutely brilliant stuff. With 20 laps to go, and Pure Ace is going to bring us over the line then to begin the 10th lap, ladies and gentlemen, here in Miami. In the Ferrari on the 8-lap old mediums, where he's going to have to go into the pit lane soon then for the hards, but right now they're working perfectly for him. Apparently side by side, they got the Ogwood side by side here. I couldn't see him. Side by side, Stromberg into 7 then, everybody, after making a pit stop, of course. Ginger Ninja on the inside, he takes him out side by side. He hits the inside of him. That's got to be wing damage for the Red Bull. Surely a bit of wing damage, even though it's not visible. He crashed into the side of him there. It's Rick and Suzuka going into the pit lane then, as they both get released at the exact same time. Ooh, Ronald and Suzuka side by side round the exit here. Look at this battle side by side. Will it be Ronald ahead? Will it be Suzuka? It's going to be Ronald for now into P10. As of course Ronald, who leads the championship, he led the race earlier on, but he dropped down many positions and had a few issues really. He now brings himself, ladies and gentlemen, back up to 10th place. He's got a lot of positions to gain if he wants to win this race today. Matt Northern and Kamori having a bit of a battle into turn 1 then. Kamori into 2nd place, everybody. It's the 2 Ferraris who lead this race today. It could be a Ferrari 1-2. It could be a Ferrari 1-2. Who was expecting this? I definitely was not. Pure Ace and Kamori both could be on the podium today to bring a Ferrari 1-2 finish home. Wow. That is going to be a brilliant sight if that happens today. Ginger Ninja then in the pit lane, coming out on the brand new hard compound tyres. But either way, pit stops are coming in now, ladies and gentlemen. They are really starting to come about. Chicane getting through past Ginger Ninja there, an easy move on lap 11 of 2029. Oh, Pure Ace in the pit lane then. Here we go. This is where it gets exciting. The Ferrari heads into the pit lanes on the medium compound tyres. It'll be the hard compound that'll go on for him now as he exits the pit lane. Still leading the race then by, never mind, just about gets overtaken, everybody. But he is into 3rd place. Lap 12 or 29 though, Komori leads. He needs to go into the pit lane, of course, at some point. The top three all need to. But right now, Komori just lead this race today, and it could even be a Ferrari 1-2 if he keeps it up. Look at this then, a move happening here down the straight. It is Pure Ace getting through past Geordie into third place. Of course, Pure Ace has already made a pit stop here, so right now Geordie is going to have to look to go into the pit lane. You know, at some point he is on the hards, which means he can run them even longer. But he's getting overtook, sorry, by the drivers that have already made a pit stop. Suzuki getting past his teammate of Lieutenant Boss as well in the Haas car, nearly taking him out there. Just about stayed on track though, and Suzuka gets into 8th place, stays ahead, sorry. Lieutenant Boss into the pit lane. Ronald and Legend having a bit of a scrap here then. Ronald into P9, Legend, everybody in 10th position, trying to have a bit of a scrap at the moment. But yes, Ronald just about keeps himself ahead in 9th position. Ronald has to drop back. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about at the point of halfway around here. I'd say about halfway distance now into this race on lap 14. So yes, it is Komori who leads on 13 lap old hards. He'll need to go to the pit lane at some point, but these of course will last a little bit longer. Rick and Steve-O changing positions. I think Steve-O might have lost his rears there, back on the track, but he did go ghosted for a bit. Up ahead as well, Pure Racing, Nat Norton swapping positions. And the two Ferraris find themselves 1 and 2 again, with Pure Ace being massively close to his teammate once again now. This Ferrari is on rails, absolutely flying. To the point where he's made a pit stop when his teammate was right behind him. He's now caught back up to his teammate. That is some rapid pace then from Pure Ace. Making a move here on his teammate for the race lead. It's Pure Ace into P1. And after absolutely Massive graft from him. That car was on rails. He managed to catch back up to his teammate. It's Pure Ace, ladies and gentlemen, back at the top, leading this race. And right now, looking like he might just go ahead and take the win for it as well. It's looking very strong for Pure Ace right now. His teammates slipping his rears, just about keeping himself on the circuit. Lieutenant Boss and Chicanian give it a good bit of a scrap behind. It's the Haas against the Alpine. Will the Alpine win, or will it be the Haas around the outside line? He outbreaks him today. Lieutenant Boss goes massively wide here today. Still in the battle here with the Alpine on lap 16 and 29. Will he be able to make a move through, or will this be it for him? Side by side then, the Alpine against the Haas. Trying to give it a good move and a good go here up the inside line. Then switches back, goes the Alpine. He runs it out wide again. The Haas still in the fight here, side by side. Who will get ahead? These guys just staying with it the whole way. The Alpine loses his rears again, and they're still tooth and nail, side by side, then all the way down the back straight. It's going to be the Alpine for now, who just about gets the jump on him. And he's got his teammate ahead of him to help pull him along. Stromberg and Geordie swapping positions. Geordie still needs to make a pit stop. He's in P4 right now, everybody, and heading all the way down towards the line. But yes, he will have to make a pit stop soon on them hard compound tyres. Lieutenant Boss 11, Chicanian drops down to 12 as Boss does hit the wall there on the exit. Oh, Ronald goes round again. Oh, he hits the wall once more. That's going to be major wing damage for him. And this man will have to go into the pit lane for some new wing there, because he's going to struggle to turn. Oh, he hits the wall again. Lap 18 at 29, there's 11 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, then 11 laps to go of the Grand Prix here today. Komori in the pit lane for second place right now, but he will lose a few positions. Some drivers heading up towards now to make some moves. He's down to 3, he'll be down to 4, 5, 6 as he loses positions. Komori down to 5 right now, will it be any more? I think P5 will come out of the pit lane at. Not too bad then. Geordie makes a pit stop as well, and Steve-O too. And Geordie will come out P6. Steve-O will come out I don't think he'll come out P7. It'll be even more than that. He's coming out now with a wing change, but loses a few positions. That'll be 2 places lost there from Steve-O. He's down to 9th place as we head all the way down the main straight with Steve-O coming out of the pit lane. Suzuka comes out as well, and Legend as well, all coming out of the pits at the same time, but losing a few positions as they do so. and across the line for Pure Race. He begins lap 19 of 29 to give us 10 laps to go after this one of the Miami Grand Prix. 10 more after this one, ladies and gentlemen, and we are complete for ERS Tier 3 Round 5. Someone's round. I think it's an Aston Martin. No, it's not. Who is it? Somebody went round there. I think they caught themselves on the final, on the exit though. Just about caught it. Sorry. Marsilio retires from the session then. Not sure where, but the Aston Martin is out. I think he retired on the track, actually. No, he didn't. I don't know. Not entirely sure what happened there. But no safety car comes out because of it. We carry on racing with Pure Race, starting the 20th lap of 29. 9 laps to go, with the Ferrari being your race leader by 15 seconds and absolutely dominating today. Ronalds, it hasn't been his day today. He lost many positions on the start. It was a decent start from him, to be fair, giving it a good battle, but he did lose positions after that. Chicanian with a 10-second penalty there for speeding in the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. And now the only driver in the race with a time penalty is, of course, Marsilio, did retire. Rick's in the pit lane then in P4, and I think Nat Northern made his way through. Kamori's going to get through as well, past Rick, and I don't think anybody else just might get out ahead of the Aston Martin of Geordie. And Rick's going to come out in 5th position then, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 21 of 29. With ERS Racing League, of course, Geordie making a move. He just get through past Rick. I wasn't expecting him to do so, but he does it. And Geordie finds himself in P5. Fair play. Geordie's had a great race so far. He's up 6 places, and actually the biggest position gainer in today's race. in the pit lane there for Stromberg. Not entirely sure what he's doing in there. He might be on the old the old hards actually, unless he is. Oh no, 13 lap old hards. He's run them for quite a while then, but he enters the pit lane now. With 7 laps to go, everybody. 7 more remaining laps here today in Miami. Car's getting very close here then. It's Rick Stromberg and Geordie. Rick loses rears there, just about catches the car as it nearly goes into a slide in 6th position, but he's got Stromberg ahead then, with Geordie leading this little battle then for P4 and 1 step away from the podium. Geordie's up 7 places since the start. It's been an absolutely sensational race then from Geordie today, but Stromberg's going to try and snatch it away from him up the inside line. He makes that move, everybody, into P4. As Rick's going to do the same thing, he goes through to P5. Geordie loses 2 positions on the straight. But back to the front then with Pure Ace, who in the Ferrari leads this race, and at this minute in time, looking like he's going to really extend his championship points, ladies and gentlemen, out today. It's looking pretty strong for him right now on the 23rd lap of 29, which is going to go on to lap 24 in a few moments' time. But a very strong race from Pure Race today so far, but can he hold it? Nearly 20 seconds the gap there to 2nd place. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible from Pure Race. Oh, Stromberg avoiding contact now on Rick. He spins his rears. Through goes the Aston Martin of Geordie then, everybody. But Stromberg spun the car around. He brings himself back on. Oh, wow. A spin there from the RB, but keeps himself on the track now. His teammate Steve-O is 20 seconds behind. And if you look up at front, it is Nat Northern 20 seconds behind Pure Ace as well. Yeah, crazy stuff. Incredible. Steve-O retires from the session. The safety car's deployed. The safety car is deployed, everybody, in the race. We haven't seen one all race long. And at the very end, with only a few laps to go, the safety car gets deployed. The Pure Ace with a 25-second gap to Nat Northern. He's going to have that reduced down to nothing. And all the hard work he put in is going to be for absolutely nothing now, because the safety car has ruined his run. He's going to have Nat Northern behind him now, and he's going to have a bit of a job on his hands to keep him behind. We're going to have to see which way this is going to turn out. Then everybody 3 laps under the safety car, and then we'll be racing for one final lap, I believe. Legend with a 3-second penalty as well now. A few time penalties cropping up over the board. Lieutenant Boss heads into the pit lane, then underneath the safety car, and he comes out of the pits in 10th position right now. He's going to lose another one to the Alpine. And Pure Ace decides to make a pit stop under the safety car then. Is that going to work out for him on the hard compound tyres? He's going to go straight onto the softs now. Okay, are they the softs? I thought so. Surely. No, the hards again. Surely that's a mistake, surely. Surely a mistake from Pure Ace there. It's our hards again. You'd think the softs at this late in the race. Unless the softs aren't good here in Miami, I'm not too sure. Nat Northern in the pit lane then he's in 2nd place. Kamori's in 3rd with 5 seconds to Nat Northern, as they both, of course, in the pit lane for brand new tyres to get re-energized and ready for once the safety car goes in. It is Pure Ace, the only driver now to be joined up with the safety car, and it should be safety car in a few laps, with 1 lap remaining to go racing, I believe. Legend now in the pit lane, everybody. We've seen Legend in here before. He's in again. And he's in for the soft tyres, everybody. The softs as he exits now. As Steve-O leaves the session, that is it then, everybody. We are hopefully soon to go in with the safety car. Still a lot of drivers to join up, but I don't think they keep the safety cars for too long. Stromberg with a 3-second time penalty, adding to the tally of the drivers, but not as many as I assumed there would be. Stromberg out of the pit lane in 7th position. He's on the soft compound tyres. Let's check the tyres now then. Look at that, massively dominated by the softs, and Pure Ace is in big, big trouble. He's got Nat Northern behind him on 1 lap old softs. Pure Ace is on the hards. Which way is this going to go? The hards are going to be a lot worse than the softs here in Miami. Surely it's a fact. We're going to have to see which way it's going to swing though. Safety car could be coming in at the end of this lap, even though nobody's really joined up with it yet, only a few. Or will it be going to give us 1 lap of racing before the end? That is the question that is soon to be answered, because once we get to the end of the 2nd sector, we will find that out, ladies and gentlemen. And that end of the 2nd sector is right here as the safety car crosses it. And we are going for one more lap around with the safety car. Then, oh, never mind. Safety car in this lap. This is it. 2 laps of racing to decide the race winner here in Miami, with half of the drivers joined up. The rest still haven't. Waiting for the rest of them. Ronald is in P6 and on the softs. He's going to be back in the fight here. This is going to be a very exciting final 2 laps then, everybody. Here we go. Pure Race on lap 27 of 29. Only 2 laps to go in this race. And Pure Race is going to lead them away to go racing for the final time today. Here we go. Then the cars snake around the final few corners, and Pure Race is going to fly towards the line. He's on the hard compound tyres as opposed to Nat Northern on the softs. It is Pure Race 1, Nat Northern 2, who's second place in the championship standings at the moment. Can he give us a good fight towards the end? He's got to try and keep Kamori at bay too. It's looking like we could be on for a Ferrari 1-2 finish today. Is that on the cards? It definitely is. We're going to see if we can get that then, with only 2 laps to go here in Miami, with Pure Race already 7/10 of a second through over Nat Northern. Kamori's in 3, Rick's in 4, Geordie's in 5. He's had a brilliant race, holding on to this pretty well so far. Ronald then is in 6, Suzuka 7, Chicane in 8, Boss 9, Legend 10, Ginger Ninja 11, and Stromberg in 11 on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix then, ladies and gentlemen, where I think Kamori might just be able to make a move on Nat Northern here if he gets the better of him. I think he really will be able to. Here we go then. Kamori then on Nat Northern. We're looking for a move. I think Pure Ace is gonna check out here. He's 5/10 ahead. As Jordy and Ronald giving it a good fight behind. Up the inside line goes Ronald then. Ronald really wants this one. He's going to try and get ahead. Pure Race with the fastest lap. Then we cross the line again to start the final lap of the Grand Prix then here in Miami. Pure Race, who has led for many laps today, is looking like he's going to win. And he's going to try and hold this position for one more lap to bring home the race win here in Tier 2 for round 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to go his way if he can keep this kind of racing up. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then. Lap 29 of 29. Everything we've been waiting for. And Pure Ace leads the Grand Prix. He's going to go ahead and win if he can carry on. Ronald goes around, and also Stromberg too. Ronald retires in the final lap. Stromberg goes around, ladies and gentlemen. The championship leader retires from this session. Will not get a single point at all today here for his championship. That is going to hurt him massively. But a man that is driven much better today is Pure Ace 2012 in the Ferrari with his teammate, his second Ferrari teammate in P3. With a possible move on Nat Northern into the final corner. He's going to use everything in his power to try and get ahead. Nat Northern, though, both without really any ERS, but Nat is further ahead. But the man in front is Pure Ace 2012 in the Ferrari. Absolutely unbeatable today. He was 25 seconds ahead of the pack pre-safety car. He's now 1 second ahead of Nat Northern. He crosses the line as a race winner here in Miami. It's Nat Northern over the line in second place. Kamori comes home in third. Rick in 4. It's Jordi over the line in 5. Suzuki will come round after spinning there. He will cross the line in 6. The Canadian crosses the line in 7. Boss now in 7, a Chicane in 8, Legend 9, Ginger Ninja 10, and Stromberg will come round to cross the line in 11, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, especially well done Jordi in 5 then. He's had a great race today, I think. But even then, Pure Ace, what a race from you, mate, as he crossed the line for the final driver of Stromberg. Race winner, Pure Ace, and fastest lap 2, driver of the day, Ginger Ninja, and then most overs, hates, and cleanest driver go to Rick, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then for Miami. Pure Ace wins and that was an absolutely brilliant race from him. 46 minutes time. It's Nat Northern 2, Komori 3, Rick 4, EOS Racing League, Geordie 5, Suzuka 6, Boss 7, Ginger Ninja 8, Chicane 9, and Legend 10. Moving down the grid, it's Stromberg 11, then Ronald, Stevo, and Missilio all retired at the back of the grid. Thanks for joining me, everybody, for my first race back in ERS. It has been a very fun one. I'm going to see you all, hopefully, next week. See you later, guys. Have a good evening.